Hello everybody, happy Easter. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I was just out in my yard with Moonbeams and she's ailing, and I always feel better when I channel and do a read for everybody and tap into my cards and get into that higher vibration, because I don't want melancholy due to the fact that she's not feeling very well. And I got to spend like an hour just holding her in a blanket and rocking. She's very sluggish, but Merlin came up in the treetop above, and it was so funny. I was like, if anybody could see me right now crying over a cat that just comes in my yard every day for a little food and chat, and then a crow, me yelling at the crow, why isn't he looking out for her better? I'd be like, this would paint quite the picture. Anyways, you guys, I am just going to be hoping and praying and setting my intentions that she is feeling better soon, and I'll look into some special care tomorrow for her as well. So these arrived, and immediately I was smitten. So what I'm going to do for you guys is just do kind of like a fun flip through and talk all the while of what comes up and what I think. Like, look at this, it's so great. And of course it is the magical correspondences. It has zodiac signs on it, it has wonderful numbers, it has flowers, plants, gems, houses, and also on the side, there's written some wonderful power of training the wild beasts, of the activities of the spring being. Look at that, how awesome that is. Path 19. And then we got the sunflower, the lion, strength. I'm going to zoom in too so you guys can see these a little better. But I was so impressed with these, so I thought I'd just have today be a fun flip through and look at how beautiful these are. They evoke such like power and conciseness and clarity when it comes to each of the cups too. I really like this too because I feel like it's also representative of a lot of symbols that come up when it comes to synchronicities and other things as well. And also, you know, animals are very important on our journey. They depict a lot of what's going on. I like that. It's funny how that card is usually representative too of, you know, something more along the lines of the devil or temptation, and doves or peace, illuminating intelligence. I love that. Oh, look at that with a chakra rod. You got emeralds. I just thought this was such a unique and fantastic way to do tarot. We've got pomegranate, you know, we've got Egyptian, could be Thoth. We've got our paths. I just love it, and the use of light, and just fantastic. Kadoosh. I think this is one of the most fabulous decks out there. And isn't it strange how we can go on every device and think that we've seen every deck that's out there, and then something so wonderful like this pops up and I'm like, oh, I can't just wait. So what I'm going to do for us right now is I'm going to pull 3, and then we'll just, actually I'll pull 2, and we'll talk about some of the energy. Because, oh, look at this, Ace of Wands. How much do we love this? Admirable or hidden intelligence. Union with God. Look at that. So what this means to me, look, we have a diamond, and that eye that is like kind of the all-seeing, all-knowing, and then we have this beautiful swan. A lot of people, we all have different, we're issued different types of intelligence. There's emotional intelligence, mathematical. I've seen some people like go on those, you know, like those spell things or like Scrabble type things and figure out I'm really good with words. Like that's one of my gifts, and that's very helpful if I need to temper a situation, get a point across, something to that degree. And I feel like this is really representative of having great ideas and passions for ideas and not giving up. So if you believe in yourself, what you're doing, or the path that you're on, don't let anybody deter you from that. Don't let anybody try to voice, oh, here's my higher reasoning. I get so kind of irked when people are like, anything that has to do with the esoteric or whatever, like, oh, that's just la la land, or that's this and that. It doesn't matter what we choose or who or entities to believe in. People should honor and respect the fact that we do. And why in the world wouldn't people be cognizant to the fact that there are all kinds of elemental beings, there are all kinds of angels and guides, and, you know, historically they're depicted differently in every kind of culture and all around the world and in different religions, but we should definitely be respectful of that. And I definitely feel like animals are truly part of our earthly adventure, and all the symbolisms that are given to us to pay attention to help us. Look at this, illuminating intelligence, King of Swords. I love this. To me, the King of Swords is really a neat card because it reminds me of, I like this, it's kind of like the Jinn, that we can fulfill our dreams and have our wishes come true if we depend on our capabilities and our insights, and knowing that we are capable, we do have those gifts and talents that are going to see us through, and that we don't let other things distract us or belie what we know is meant for us, because we are weak-willed by letting somebody else try to dictate our blueprint of our life or where we're going. Because you see right here on the side of this, I love this, the vision of God face to face. And like somebody said a long time ago, I just love it, God's angels, everything. They don't create garbage. Nobody is a mistake. Everybody belongs here and everybody is connected. And when we really pay attention, I love this nose too, it's like, it's such a beautiful reminder to use all 5 senses and be aware. How does that coffee smell? How does that air? I was just outside and it's brisk and sunny and gorgeous, and I could just smell the flowers and the grass, and it was wonderful. And I love King of Swords because that reminds us, hey, you can have whatever you want as long as you don't listen to the lower self, the ego. Just listen to your higher intelligence, and what you need will be illuminated for you. 8 of Cups, absolute or perfect intelligence, the vision of splendor. This is kind of keeping our eye on the prize, and I love just the clear bubbles in the center and what looks like a garnet or a topaz down below. That's keeping our passions right in front of us, crystal clear, knowing the direction we should be moving in. And we don't need to know all the whys or whens. We just need to know that it exists, and it's something that compels us to behave or go on a certain path, and hold that truth to us, because there'll be evidence that shows up that you're doing what you should be doing and how you should be doing it, and feeling good about yourself and your journey, and not needing immediate gratification, not needing anybody else to validate it. Sometimes I have to watch myself and mindfully stay off of social media late. It's odd how tempted we are when we see something beautiful or amazing, like, ooh, I got to share this. But then I'll ask myself, well, what am I doing in the sharing? Is it the beauty of it that I want other people to experience, so it'll make them happy, like if I see a funny meme or something like that? Or, what is the intention behind it? And am I paying more attention to taking photographs than being there in the present moment, right? That's what 8 of Cups reminds me of, like, moving away onto more solid ground and really paying attention to what matters, what really comforts, benefits, and behooves us to feel connected to the things that are important. Not the, not the image, not what other people think of us, but how we really feel and centered. I love this too. That reminds me of like taste, seeing, smelling, and tasting. Like, how does it taste to you? Does it leave a good taste in your mouth or a bitter taste in the things that we do and how we go about it? This also reminds me to enjoy ourselves and take our time. Don't rush. Really visualize what we'd like the day or the event or the cycle to be like in our life, and take beneficial steps towards that, because we can always reach our goals. We can always do that. We just have to kind of transcend the 3D patterns that we set out for ourselves and say, I can do this. I'm deserving of this. So you guys, what do you think of these cards? I just find them so unbelievable. Just, the animals. I haven't had a chance to go through all of them, and I love the simple little crowns on the back. It's so funny because the book that I am reading right now from K.N. Lee, it's a digital book, and she has a little kind of blue silver crown that looks similar to that. So again, I feel like symbology is very big in our life when we pay attention. Aren't these just wonderful? I love it. I feel like I'm really transported and get massively fantastic ideas and messages from these. So again, you guys, I'm not even sure. I think I got these from eBay. They were just recommended, and I was like, yeah, and really reasonable too. So you guys, that is your Daily Pop. Happy Easter, love and light. I hope you guys have a relaxed and wonderful day.